Hey guys, and welcome to this video. We're going to be looking at Elijah Wood's reaction to the new Lord of the Rings movies. So we're just going to look through this article here on Screen Rant. I don't know why I'm surprised. Elijah Wood unpacks his reaction to the Lord of the Rings movies. So Elijah Wood, who played Frodo in Peter Jackson's films, shares mixed reactions to the new Lord of the Rings movies, expressing mostly surprise. Well, I guess he played a pivotal character in that trilogy, and they were going to make movies eventually. So I guess he hasn't really thought about it. So when he was asked, I guess he was a bit surprised. But let's go in and read and see what it says. So Elijah Wood unpacks his mixed reaction to the recently announced Lord of the Rings movies. Woods played the brave young hobbit Frodo Baggins, who is tasked with taking the One Ring to Mount Doom in Peter Jackson's landmark Lord of the Rings trilogy, based on the J.R.R. Tolkien's fantasy novel. Because of how highly regarded Jackson's trilogy is, and how well it held up over time, it was surprising when Warner Brothers and New Line Cinema announced the new Lord of the Rings movies are in development. I guess that surprised a lot of people because that trilogy was so beloved and the quality was just amazing, and it's hard to think how they're going to top it. And the producers and the filmmakers who have the massive task of making a new trilogy or making a new set of Lord of the Rings films, it's going to be a very difficult thing to please fans, I think, because if it's just not up to the standard, it's going to get shredded, kind of like the Lord of the Rings series did on Amazon. I mean, it had some good points and it had a lot of bad points. The CGI was amazing, and I kind of understood what they were going for, but the quality in the storytelling just wasn't there. Have you guys seen the Amazon series? And jump down to the comments and let me know what you thought about it. So the article goes on to say that now, shortly after the new Lord of the Rings movies have been announced, Wood is reacting to the studio's plans in a profile by GQ. Lord of the Rings star reaction is mixed, saying he is both surprised and fascinated. While Wood says the motivation to make the movies is a desire to make a lot of money, he recognises that great art comes from great commerce. Read all the reactions. Yeah, I would say that filmmakers definitely have a motivation to make great movies because it makes a lot of money. That's kind of an obvious thing. If you make a crappy movie, it's not going to make any money, which is evident by a lot of movies. Black Adam, that was, say what you want about it, in my opinion, it wasn't very good at all, hardly made any money, although that was quite shocking. It had the biggest movie star in the world, and it failed to make even 400 million at the box office, which is quite shocking. Shazam, that made 120 million so far, I think, so that's quite shocking as well. But yeah, you got to make good movies, you got to get good word of mouth, in order to make the box office good. Anyway, I digress. So Woods went on to basically say in this quote, "I'm fascinated and I'm excited, and I hope it's good. I'm surprised. I don't know why I'm surprised, because of course there would be more movies. Obviously at the core of that is a desire to make a lot of money. Well, yeah, movies are kind of made to make money. That's kind of, the number one reason. It's not a bunch of executives are like, let's make some really awesome art. And again, not begrudging anybody, because of course it is commerce. But a great art can come from commerce. So those two things are not mutually exclusive. Can't talk. So Elijah Wood went on to say in the second quote in this article, Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings trilogy didn't come out of that place. It came out of a passion for these books and wanting to see them realised. And I hope that ultimately that will drive everything forward with whatever these subsequent movies are. I just hope it is the same motivating factor at its core. Whenever they hire a screenwriter or a filmmaker that is worth the reverence of Tolkien's material and enthusiasm to explore it. So yeah, I think that it's definitely a main factor with these kind of high fantasy, deep lore movies. You need filmmakers and producers on board who are going to understand the characters, are going to understand the deep lore, the many years of history that carries in the franchise. And that's going to be a motivating factor to drive the story forward, to make the characters make sense. People want the lore to be adhered to, and people hold this franchise in high regard, and they're going to scrutinize the lore kind of like they do with Star Wars and any other kind of beloved franchise. But yeah, anyway guys, what do you think of these quotes from Elijah Wood regarding new Lord of the Rings movies? I'd love to know your thoughts. Jump down in the comment section, and I'll see you in the next video.